I just had to bounce poor Chris. I had to shatter his dreams.
Yesterday I was told I was with Bob. That's okay.
He thought he was coming to the kitchen, but I had to throw the elbow because I wanted to see my pal Chef Bob, and he's making filet mignon. Sounds delicious.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
And yeah, we're just going to do a real quick dish with using some good ingredients. What's better than filet mignon and lobster? So we're going to compare them up and just kind of do a little twist on that.
All right, and you're also going to talk a little bit more about your favorite new grain, the farro?
The farro,
The
farro, whatever it is. Yeah, and we're just going to use that in like a risotto. So rather than use the regular arboreal rice, just a little twist.
All right, and a healthier twist at that. We like that.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to get started in just a minute. Always great to see Chef Bob Hirasawa from Farm. All right, now we're in the kitchen with Chef Bob Hirasawa from Farm Fresh this morning. Now that you've done all your shopping with your coupons, if you've got some filet mignon at home, here's a way to prepare it that will make your friends think you're a gourmet. So wild mushroom pancetta, and you're going to make the lobster farro risotto.
Right.
All right.
And first off, we're going to start with the steaks because we're just going to sear them off real quickly. And the pan is hot here.
Okay.
And again, I'm going to let you go ahead and just salt and pepper the steaks there.
Okay. And I have washed my hands. We were talking about that. What do you think about that? How do you think they could ever ban handshakes at the Olympics?
You know, it's just too it's just an old customary thing. I think it's, I can't see that happening.
I can't either.
Maybe they use gloves. I don't know.
But it's a good point. I mean, you train all your life, and then, something like a bad cold or a stomach bug get you down. But, Olympians have to work through that kind of stuff all the time. Michael Phelps couldn't see in Beijing. His goggles fogged up during one of his races.
Oh, that was
Still managed. Yep, true story. I heard that right from his mom.
And I'll go ahead and let you put those in.
Okay.
We're just going to sear it on that side, and then we're going to salt and pepper the other side. Just get the seasoning all the way around. And these are kind of thick. These are probably about about 6 ounce cuts of filet. And the filet is basically a beef tenderloin cut. And we're just going to help do this side. I mean, you're a master of that peppermint.
I know. I did have to stop and think for a second, but I got it turned the right way.
And really, we're just going to give it about a 2-minute sear on each side.
Okay.
We're going to put on a foil-lined pan, pop it in the oven, just finish it off for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That should give it about a medium for us, okay? But we're just going to do that. And then we also want to do, before we serve it, we want to let it rest for about 5-10 minutes.
Yep.
Just so that all the juices have a chance to kind of disperse out again.
Yep. I finally learned to trust that with the chefs. I've started doing that at home, letting it rest, and it does make a big difference.
It really does. It does. The juice stays in the meat, doesn't go on your plate.
Yep.
So we just got a pan going over here. Kind of want to, basically a nice low pan like this is good. I'm going to throw some shallots in. And you could give that a turn maybe.
Okay.
And I'm just going to work, just so we get that kind of the aroma working out of this. Kind of comes up, you kind of see a little browning.
And that's going to be for the risotto?
That's going to be the risotto. I'm going to add the farro grain. And, we talked about the farro before, and I hope, I'm trying not to beat an old dead horse, but, it's a great grain that has a lot of benefits, being not only great fiber, but, the proteins and amino acids in there are great for you. Omega-3.
Is it healthier than quinoa or kind of comparable?
Comparable. I think the quinoa might even have a little bit more benefits to it. But the farro, if you like barley, like we talked about before, it's a great kind of a texture thing.
Okay.
And we're just going to add, and on the farro, the risotto, we want to add a stock, and we'll kind of cook it in slowly. And we kind of just keep working it in and working into the product. About ½ cup at a time. I have about 1.25 cups or so of the farro here. And we're going to end up adding about maybe 3 cups of stock to this.
Slowly is necessary.
Yeah, we kind of turn the heat up a little bit, and it kind of works its way through, and actually it'll cook. And we're looking for it to kind of release those starches and kind of form on its own a little bit of creaminess. Towards the end, the last cup we got to go there, we're going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to boost the flavor up.
Yep.
And we're going to add some lobster because you're from Boston.
That's right. Thank you very much. The lobster. I appreciate that.
We did that for you, Karen.
Thank you.
So
we saw you working on those lobster tails before we came over, before the show started.
Yeah. But those lobster tails you can get, definitely. And like I had, they were cooked for you at the store.
Yeah.
Well, they'll do that, they'll do shrimp, all those things.
But they're also alive over there. Kids had a little field trip over to your store.
Oh, that was
and they were fascinated with the live lobsters. Yep.
I think we're one of the only few that do that in the area. So.
Did they keep them?
Yep.
Okay.
And you can probably go ahead and throw those on the...
on the foil line cans right here.
And we might have time to go ahead and start the ragu.
Okay.
And ragu is basically like a savory compote. It's just a mixture that we're going to throw together here.
So I'm guessing we're not going to take this pan immediately over to the sink. We're going to use
No.
the good stuff that's left behind.
Great. See,
Okay.
you've come a long,
I've come a long way
You
since
gotta do that.
our first cooking segment where I said, what's the matter with this thing? Because it was upside down. We've come a long way.
And I would just add a little bit more oil, just to give it a touch so it doesn't stick there.
Okay.
And go ahead and add.
Pancetta?
Yeah. We'll work that up. Yeah. Add the pancetta.
Still a little too much oil, huh?
That's all right. We'll work it. It'll work it. Go ahead. And the pancetta because we had to do some kind of bacon.
Absolutely.
You know,
The buzzers will thank you.
You know, yep. And I know Chris called him Bacon Bob. So.
Bacon pie. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And
All right.
Yep. Go ahead. Now we have a little garlic.
Okay. All of it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
We're getting the old wrap.
Okay.
So we'll keep putting in the ingredients for the pancetta. Don't worry about missing a step though, because we'll put them all online with the ingredients. And when we come back, we'll let Chef Bob keep working on that the risotto and
it'll all come together.
the ragu. All right. Off to a good start, guys.
Right, Gary?
Yes. I washed my
Scrub in.
hands. I even used dish soap today because I couldn't find the hand soap. But that
You did.
works, right?
It works. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We're
Especially
ready.
Palmolive's good for your hands, right?
That's right.
Okay.
No
Okay.
dishpan hands.
We're going to try to finish all this up here.
Yes.
Okay, the ragu's going. You're going to just deglaze the pan with a little bit of red wine.
I'm going to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know how to just pour it in.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Just go around the pan. There you go. That's enough. Okay. And you want to just, what you're doing, just bring those flavors off the
Do
bottom
I
of the
need
pan.
a tool? I need something.
You want to do that?
Right.
Okay.
Just scrape it around,
And
right?
Sure.
Drop
Absolutely.
mix it in. Ooh, that smells so good.
Okay. And then just add a little bit of butter to that, just to kind of richen that sauce.
Okay.
And we're on this.
All the butter on the plate?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, more butter, more bacon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, heart.
Okay.
Cinders. Okay.
And on this, we're down to about the last half cup worth of liquid here.
Yeah.
I'm going to add some thyme in here, just
Now-
for flavor.
With the quinoa,
Mm-hmm.
you know when that little ring appears, you know it's done. When you're looking at the farro, do you have to taste, or how do you know when that's done?
Yeah, pretty much you want to taste it, and I know I didn't do that here, but it's pretty much looking for to get tender.
Texture.
Yeah,
Okay.
the texture, actually.
All right, and you mentioned the barley, so if it should chew kind of like that.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
it should just be tender enough. I shouldn't have that shouldn't bite back to you too much, you know. So.
Right on.
And
Okay.
then I'm added a little bit of lobster there, and then we're going to finish it off with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. That kind of adds to the creaminess and a little bit of flavor.
Now, listen, we said you were making the filet and the pancetta ragout and the risotto.
Right.
And as you always do, there's something else that you're going to make that you didn't even tell us about, and that's the fried spinach.
We're doing some fried spinach, and that's just more of a garnish, and it's also kind of like they're easy vegetable for you.
Yeah, it's a garnish you're going to want to
And,
eat, people. It's like potato chips.
Yeah, one of your producers yesterday told me, he said, yeah, you always take a healthy dish and find out a way to make it unhealthy, but...
Well, but I mean, you could have just thrown some potato chips on the side, and you'd put a
could've.
healthy spin on that.
And, yeah, well,
It's
this
all
was-
about which end you start from, you
and
know what I mean?
and how much you indulge yourself with.
Exactly.
But we're going to go ahead and just, if you want to do this?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
I said, the oil's hot, so you want to be careful. You want to go ahead and drop it in because there's going to be a lot of liquid in here, so it's going to kind of bubble
Come
back on
back.
you. Right.
All right, so I'm going to throw it in from afar.
Yeah. Go ahead and take a handful. There you go. See?
That was more than I thought was going to happen.
But then it's very quickly. It just takes about maybe 30 seconds.
Should I put the rest of it in?
Oh, sure. Go ahead. That's good.
Man, it's like a volcano. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So where's the steak? Okay, the steak is out.
Yeah.
It's resting.
And
All
what
right.
we're looking for is this is how the spinach is going to look. It has
Okay.
that kind of like a little sheen, kind of a little bit clearer to it.
It's very crunchy.
And I'm going to put that down on the bottom here.
And what'd you put on? A little sea salt?
A little bit of sea salt. Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
delicious. Okay.
Thank you for guiding me along here.
That's what I'm here for.
We're going to put
Chef
a
Bob.
steak on top. One of these fancy little mushrooms on there.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we got about 30 seconds.
Got about 30 seconds. Okay.
Yes.
And how about a little bit of the
How about
mushroom
it?
ragu we can put around the sides here.
Looks great. Now, does the lobster risotto go on as well?
Yeah, and I put that on the You just put that on the back there so it's easy and accessible for you.
Well, it is just beautiful. And again, as a reminder, we will put on the HamptonRoadshow.com all of the ingredients and the how-to if you want to try to make this dish at home. And of course, you can find Chef Bob Hirasawa at the Farm Fresh. You said you're hanging out there some mornings on the 21st Street location in Norfolk.
Yeah.
Their Farm Fresh is all over the place in Hampton Roads.
There is. We have six stores that actually have chefs involved in them, and I spend the majority of my time at those. That or else with our catering department.
Okay.
There's just special events and things like those.
All right. Well, it's a special event when you're here on the Hampton Roadshow, that's for
thank
sure.
you.
I'm going to bring Chris and Ariane back in a little bit, and we'll give it a try.